Hey folks, Mike and Rick down here on the lake. And Rick, the conditions got real tough. We had really cold weather last night. We got no wind and a bright sunny day. And I know what you're going to pull out whenever that happens.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing about this time of year. You can get a cold front come through and really kind of change the fish. And the fish were starting to move up to the bank and thinking about doing their thing. And that cold front really moved them out a little bit. And with this bright sun and no wind, we really had to go to finesse techniques. My favorite finesse technique is that Mojo rig that I've used for years.
Well, your dad, that was one of his favorite things.
Favorite technique, and he kind of taught me how to do it. And you know, I really enjoy using it and catch a lot of fish with it.
Well, you caught several this morning.
Caught several this morning. Used some different plastics, but what worked the best for me is this Zoom Fish Doctor in green pumpkin color.
It's an old standby.
Old standby. What I do is I use a 3/16 ounce cylinder weight, and I peg it with one of those
kind of a Mojo setup.
Yeah, it's called a Mojo rig, and then it's almost like a piece of rubber bobber stopper, and I usually peg it about 2 foot up from the bait. Just drag it along, just drag it slow.
What size hook is that?
It's a 2/0. You can use 1/0 or 2/0. I like to use a little bit smaller hook. It helps it get it in its mouth easier, and when you pull and set the hook, it usually hooks them up pretty good.
And since you're casting and your bait's down below you like that, most of the time we set the hook like this, but we have a two-part system here. We have a sinker and a bait. So we don't set the hook like this, or you'll just lift the bait up.
Exactly.
Or the sinker up and not the bait. So you sweep it. You just sweep it to the side.
You can kind of feel the fish taking off with the bait. I just go down and just sweep it hard and just pull and reel. And then usually I don't lose too many fish when I do that.
Yeah, we were planning on fishing in 4 to 8 foot of water today because of the time of year, but the conditions, we're catching most of these fish in 10 to 12 or even 15.
Right. And the water's really clear down here.
Really clear.
We're in the middle part of the lake. So yeah, we backed off a little bit and fished a little bit deeper. The equipment I'm using, I use a 7'1" medium heavy rod. This is a Bass Pro Johnny Morris Platinum Series. And then I'm pairing it up with the Platinum Series reel. And I'm using 8-pound fluorocarbon.
That's what I was going to ask you, fluorocarbon?
Yeah, I like to use fluorocarbon. It sinks a little bit. It's clear, keeps the bait down. Some people use, on spinning reels, they'll use braid with a fluorocarbon leader. You can do that, but something about I've gotten used to over the years just using straight fluorocarbon.
I'm that same way.
Yeah, I've got a good feel for it, and I can detect the bite a little bit better. Sometimes if I use braided line, it's so sensitive, I'll actually pull it away from them.
Or set the hook on a rock.
Exactly.
Because that feels like a bite on that.
Yeah, but we've had a really good day this morning, finesse fishing, and this time of year, you can catch a lot of fish doing it.
So folks, I hope to see you out here. And don't forget to go to ky3.com and submit your picture for the Ozarks Angler of the Month contest.